Hi, my name is Jonathan, and I am a radical pacifist. And in the past I've made some vlogs regarding my radical pacifism, that if you in any way support the U.S. military, and you are not outspoken against the establishment of the military in any way, then you need to be consistent with your ideology, consistent with your philosophy, and come try to find me and kill me. Because I am a strong advocate for world peace, and you cannot advocate world peace if you are in any way connected to the military and you support the U.S. troops or military in any way. So, in any way you support the U.S. troops, you're at war with me, and you need to come find me and kill me. So I've done vlogs in the past about that. And people have referenced to me the fact that if I were to be on the front lines of a war, like on the battlefield myself, then me as a pacifist, I would perhaps change my mind, about killing someone, because there's a whole different mentality. I understand, a whole different mentality on the battlefield. But I have a very different opinion of that assessment, because I would love, me as a radical pacifist, this is how devout I am as a pacifist. I would love to be on the battlefield as a soldier. I would love to be on the front lines of a war, whether it's fighting al-Qaeda, fighting the Taliban. I'd love to be a soldier. Except, I'd love to be a soldier without a gun, without a grenade, even without any type of armor, without a helmet. I would love that opportunity to be on the front lines of a war without even a knife, and not even putting my fists up to fight. And I am serious about that. I would love to die on the middle of a battlefield, in the middle of a war, to be a martyr for world peace by not fighting back. Whether it's fighting the Taliban, fighting al-Qaeda, or even fighting U.S. soldiers. Because the U.S. military is even more of a terrorist threat to the world than al-Qaeda and the Taliban. So, because I would love that opportunity, excuse me, because I would love that opportunity, I am seriously, I seriously suggest the fact for the U.S. military to put me out on the battlefield as a pacifist. Put me on the front lines of fighting al-Qaeda, put me, as a pacifist, on the front lines of fighting the Taliban, fighting whoever the U.S. military is fighting on the front lines. I promise that if you, U.S. military, put me on the front lines of a battlefield, I will not fight back. I will not pick up a gun. I will not wear any armor. And I am willing to die as a pacifist. And I will never pick up a gun and kill someone who has their gun pointed at me. I will never hurt another human being who has a knife at my throat and seriously threatens to slice my throat. I will never hurt that human being. So I guess this is directed directly towards officers in the U.S. military, because I know soldiers might not have that say about putting me on the battlefield. So I'm willing to pay my part of my way to the front lines. I don't have the capacity to pay my whole way to the battlefield. But if the U.S. military is willing to put me on the front lines of a war, I will show you that I am braver than every single U.S. soldier that is on the front lines. I'm willing and really want to prove the fact that I am much more brave and have much more courage than every single U.S. soldier who's on the front lines of a battlefield. Because you, U.S. soldier on the front lines of the battlefield, you have a gun. But I won't. I refuse to pick up a gun and fight that person who's trying to kill me. So you are the wuss. And if you watching this and you are connected with the U.S. military and you don't make an effort to get me on the battlefield as a pacifist, then you are a wuss. If you do not follow through with my suggestion, I may even write to the U.S. military myself and offer myself as a pacifist to go on the front lines. I'm willing to wait. I'm willing to pay part of my way to the front lines. But yes, because I am serious about this, I would like the U.S. military to pay most of my way to Afghanistan or Iraq, or to Iran, because we're going to do a war against Iran eventually, or even Venezuela. Speaking of which, like, if I were not a pacifist and the U.S. Invaded Venezuela, I would definitely be fighting against U.S. soldiers. I would definitely be fighting on behalf of Venezuela and the Bolivarian Revolution, because I'm a huge supporter of the Bolivarian Revolution. La Revolución de Bolivar vive. Hugo Chavez vive. Definitely. So, if you are... what am I trying to say? Anyway, I'm very serious. I'll give you my phone number. If you are willing to seriously set out a plan for me to get to the front lines of fighting, actually on the battlefield, fighting on the front lines of a war, I promise I will show you as a pacifist that I am braver than every single U.S. soldier, and that I will not pick up a gun, and I am willing to die as a pacifist on the battlefield. And that will show victory. My being a martyr for world peace and dying as a pacifist, and I will not shit my pants. I may be scared. I'll probably be scared, but I'm willing to die. I'm seriously willing to die on behalf of pacifism and world peace. So that's all I wanted to say. Thank you.